things that I set my mind to do. So I'm happy that you did speak to those who are like thinking of giving up or going through a depressed moment, or like I'm gonna take my life because things are not going okay.
Yep.
Because that time that you spoke about of tough times happening to tough people, like God gives his toughest problems. Haven't you ever been in that moment where you're like, God, I'm not tough? Like, stop right now. The girl or the guy is not tough. I'm not the one. But when you go through it, you then realize, why was I so stressed out about it?
This is why gold is put under immense pressure for it to be purified. So some people out there, sometimes the things you're going through, the betrayal from friends, from loved one, a bad deal going bad, all of it is God's plan to purify you so that you become a better individual. So if you see certain things happening, God is just isolating the people that you don't need to go to the next stage so that you can be what God purposed you to be. So it's important to understand that, no, let's appreciate what we do not see futuristically by what God is doing now. You'll only appreciate later, oh, wow, this is why this happened, because now I have learned, I am wiser, and I have now become more isolated and focused to achieving what I want to be. So, problems are going to happen to the most of us.
True story.
But remember this, in James it says, count it all joy. Do not in a verse, but you know what? Trust you me. I always believe that whatever God puts you through, He's with you through that thing. And all you have to do is, submit your plans to Him. God, this is what I'm going through. I need you to walk with me. I need you to be with me. And afterwards, you'll be like, wow, I actually made it through. The solution is not to throw in the towel and quit and get advice from the wrong counsel. But let's keep focused and let's keep our minds right, and we're going to make it. I believe so much in the pulses. I believe in everybody who's coming on and tuning in.
Absolutely amazing.
I know these people today are not going to be, today's show, Becky, people are not going to be the same after listening to our show today.
Is it going to be as hectic as that? You remember
No.
2 shows ago, you literally came into our households and you took us by our ankles and you shook us and
that's right. It's the truth, Becky. But the thing about this show, every show is hectic because we don't want people to be comfortable.
No, we don't.
We've said it 1,000 times. The comfort zone is the greatest enemy of progress. Nothing grows in the comfort zone. Hakuna shinokura mujimbo yauri comfortable. Hakuna. So here, those tuning in are people who don't want to be comfortable. They're people who are go-getters. They're people who want a better standard of living. This is why they tuned in. And they know that after this show, I always feel provoked. I always feel inspired. I'm equipped to go and conquer anything. This is exactly why we're here every single Monday.
Let's equip them. So we are talking about 3 things. Probably there's more, but the anchoring 3 that we're going to talk about, the purpose that we are here on earth. How do I know where to begin? Where do I start? Yes, God created me. My mother gave birth to me. My parents nurtured me. Now I'm this grown-up person, and I'm like, okay, where's my compass? I don't know what I'm doing. Where do I begin, and how do I know where to begin? Anzi #PIE. We are here.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. We're here in the pie factory.
Yeah.
That's right. So Becky K, when I was talking about a topic this weekend, something came up to me, and I was like, you know what? I think people need to understand something. And before we get into the 3 things that God mandated and purposed everybody to be, I'm going to talk about the 3 things that we so-called this individual, the enemy, comes to do. And there are 3 things. The enemy comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Now, there's so many people, we've heard this verse 1,000 times, but there's so many people's dreams which are being killed. There are so many people's ambitions, so much hope, so much faith that's being killed. And we let this happen because we let it happen. The enemy comes to steal. Now, the thing that's being stolen is our time. Now, majority of people think vanengua, they think you have time. And, on this show, we've spoken about procrastination and, putting things off and people relying on one stream of income and people thinking that their job, they're just over broke, is going to take care of them forever. But then we don't understand that chinchinonzinguva chiri kubiwa. And Miles Monroe, an amazing author, says that one of the greatest and richest places on planet Earth is the graveyard, because so many people died full, right? They died full because they did not use up their time, and their dreams went with them. They did not start those inventions. They did not, accomplish what they were supposed to be. Yeah. And lastly, the enemy comes to destroy. So many people's lives have been destroyed because we have come up with so many excuses, so many reasons. And I say this, excusatitis is the most dangerous disease that will cause people to die without fulfilling their purpose. When I was driving here, I was saying, you know what? If you guys can close your eyes and imagine you're in heaven, right? And then God asks you, Becky, the pulsar,
yes,
what is it that you think I sent you on planet to be? And then you answer with your various excuses. Yes, I did this. And then God says, okay, I want you to watch the screen and show you what I intended you to be. But the reason with you, the problem with you, you became comfortable in your job, earning $1,000, living a normal lifestyle, paying rent, taking your kids to okay schools, going on holiday once in 4 or 5 years. I want to show you what I purposed you to be. When you see that you are supposed to go around the world, to conquer so much, to be an amazing, internationally known, recognized individual, and then bam, God sends you back on earth. I don't think you will continue living this life that you are living today with that insight, because God's plan for you is far more than you can ever think or imagine. But the problem with you have remained a local champion. In your community, you are big and you think you've made it. In Harare, you are big and you think you've made it. In Zimbabwe, you are big and you think you've made it. And yet there is a big world to conquer. Yeah. If we look at the likes of Bob Marley, I can tell you that he became internationally known at the age of 33. Michael Jackson, Steve Jobs. These people are people who fulfilled their purpose on earth. But if we're to look at you and we're to ask you, if you were to drop down today,
what's the story?
What will you be remembered for? What impact did you bring onto this planet? How many people's lives did you change? How many products are people using because you invented them and brought them into this planet?
Come now.
Imagine that. So many of us are using handheld devices designed and created by somebody who left long back. But that person fulfilled his purpose and mandate. Yeah. Back to you, Pulsar, listening. What is it that you are going to be remembered for? It's a question. Things. What is it that people can say, wow, Becky K, George, the Pulsar brought this invention. They changed our lives. They brought comfort, heating and cooling. They changed events. They brought this product. What are people going to say? And this is the thing, that after today, when you understand the purpose that God has for you, and how it will transform your mind for you to become a person of purpose. Now, the 3 things that we were purposed to be. Number 1, get your pens and paper out. I know already you were writing. The first and important thing, it's found in the book of Genesis. Now, God in Genesis says...
Before we go there, is there a way that you can talk about purpose without bringing in the Bible?
There's no way.
There's no way,
because everything, the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving earth is our manual to life. That's the purpose of the Bible. So the Bible is the basic foundation of how we should live our lives. So if you see, every story in the Bible is filled with purpose. Everybody in the Bible who you read, that person because of their name written in the Bible, they actually were fulfilling a specific purpose.
Right.
So if you're listening and you're a repulsor, and let's say there was somebody who's going to write a Bible later on in life, do you think your name was going to be added there, Becky K?
A very good reason, yes.
Yeah. So, there's so many people in the Bible, so many different characters. Do you think your name was going to be included? So definitely for me, I would say yes. The Bible is a foundation, because that's basically what tells you exactly how we should live our lives. And everybody in the Bible, from whoever you think, they had a purpose. And the reason why they were in that place called the Bible is because they had fulfilled their purpose.